What's up, guys? Brand new podcast here, and this is actually, I know I say brand new podcast a lot, but this one legit, this is a brand new one. We just did this past weekend. Me and my two guests here, Guillaume and Matt, we sat down for a couple of drinks before we headed out to the Caribbean Festival in Montreal. Guillaume did not accompany us, but me and Matt went. It was a good time, great food. Awesome time. For as you might know already, a friend of ours, Sherwin, was cooking there. He had his setup there, and man, it was awesome. We had a great time. Also, you might notice this episode, the audio is infinitely better. So I'd like to hear your feedback on that. If you agree, just tell me what you think about it. I think I figured out some great fixes. I was having some issues before, but I think we're on the up and up. We're on our way to really improving the quality of this podcast here. So enjoy the podcast, guys. Please rate, review, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors. You know, help us out, man. Help us out. All right, guys, enjoy the show. Guys, we're recording now.
Okay, awesome. So
I really wanted to make a joke, and you had to
No. We're
natural,
live, guys.
baby.
We're live.
All natural. Au naturel. But
This is how you start a podcast right there.
yeah, totally. But
Get everyone
so
interested.
seriously, how do you spell quinoa again? With the Q or the C?
It's a K, Q, a C, and M, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, all right. Quinoa or quinoa?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. All right.
Quinoa.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't even know her.
Spell quinoa right now. Spell it.
I know how to spell in French, so it's, I think. Wait.
It's a K or
No,
a
I don't know how to
Q,
spell it. Never mind. It's a.
And an I or an E.
It's a Q. Q I Key. No. N O A O A. Quinoa.
Everybody, we have a winner.
We have a wiener? Oh, come on, man. Don't
All right,
start
give
it
me,
off
give
like
me a
this.
really quick check.
1 2 1 2 puff puff.
Hello. I like Cheez-Its.
Okay, and that's a check from me too. Okay, we're good.
Perfect, awesome.
We're all in. Just want to make sure. We had an issue in the last episode that
Oh,
I
no.
Really?
released where Sherwin accidentally turned his mic off.
Damn, man.
So if you notice, like,
Sherwin just kind of fades in the background.
yeah, like halfway through.
it's like,
it's
hey,
just
so
gone.
yeah, it was a good day today.
He's
and
like,
he keeps
goodbye.
It just doesn't work. It's just like whatever.
I don't know if
But
he
yeah.
did or what happened, but if you notice, there's tape on your mic now that keeps the switch from turning
How
off.
close are the mics supposed to be?
All the way in your mouth,
right,
just
right about like a
Right.
fist.
You have
don't
to.
want to be like, oh, been there.
That's not great.
Yeah,
But
oh,
if you
okay.
keep it like around a fist away,
Mm.
and speak it
Okay,
like a normal
cool.
tone, you should be pretty good.
Just like just like at the
You know, well,
you know
exactly.
you know.
the people listening know.
Yeah, the people they do.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Shout out.
pretty. That's pretty solid there. So today we're sitting here with Guillaume Couture.
What's up? How you doing?
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you actually Guillaume Couture. Yeah, I mean, like obviously there's a little bit of like English accent in there, but it gives it a bit more like flair. I like it.
It's the Americans. They're taking over.
Those damn Americans! Ils l'ont-tu la faire, les Américains?
I feel like they did a while ago. Though.
And Matt Snyders.
How's it going?
The Snyders. Also
Not
known
Schneiders. Guillaume.
also known as my old roommate.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah.
Good
that
times.
was 6 months of
Pure bliss.
yeah. There's some ups and downs. No, it was awesome. It was legit the best. It was good. It was really
Normal
good.
roommates. I've never had a roommate.
No?
I've never had a roommate.
Dude,
You
you're
just had
missing
life,
out.
I just have. I've had
Missing
yeah.
out. Dude, come on. Like the things you do, like let's say you come back, like the simple
And the things you don't do.
Oh, yeah.
AKA dishes.
Okay. That was your problem. You want to put this on the
We're
table?
not going to throw under the bus here, but that bus is on your side of the table.
You seriously, you want to start this podcast with a little bit of violence because it's gonna go there.
Bring out the gloves.
Basically, I think it's a communal problem. Like seriously, everybody's got a problem with dishes. As soon as you
Yeah.
got a roommate, there's a dishes problem.
Oh, dude, I hate doing dishes.
Oh, I'm married.
Okay, you both are. I'm not. I don't know what it is, but I've had a couple of roommates, and bro, bro, violence, like anger, violence, like
You
it's
end up with a smelly kitchen.
yo, like right now in my apartment at this moment, I left because there was dishes. I'm like, not mine. And
That doesn't bode well for future relationships, Guillaume. Like, you did not do them dishes. Make me a sandwich and I'm leaving.
she doesn't know that yet.
Future wife. We
Shut up!
forewarn you.
Shut up! Don't say that. You have been warned.
Yeah, all like the 35 listeners we have right now. You gotta warn all of them about
Yeah.
your future habits.
They're probably like one or two girls, by the way. Shout out. Hello, how you doing? I'm
That's his plug. I'm Guillaume Couture. I'm 180 pounds. I like long walks on the beach and smell like roses.
You know
when
my
I fart.
pickup line? My French pickup line. I'll translate it. It's hello, I'm Guillaume. I live in Montreal and I have a motorcycle. That's it.
That's the whole thing.
That's
There you
it. I used to say my age, but
How's
now
it
I'm
working?
getting a bit older, and I just skipped the age part. How's that working? Actually, better than you expect. If
Okay.
she laughs and smiles, she actually is
You just hand
into
her
you
your phone and
somewhat.
say, put your number in.
Like legit, it's dumb. Like I don't want to say like it works, but like if she laughs, you know she's got a good sense of humor. Because heck no, it can't be serious if you start off with this. Come on, guys.
See, I've seen enough YouTube videos where guys will just walk up and not speak at all and just hand them their phone as like a test, and they get enough numbers that I'm like, wow, it's easier than I thought it was.
Wow, that's an interesting
I
thingy.
feel like there's a direct relation to how hot you are ratio, though. Ratio to numbers.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you mean
It
I'd
would
get
have to be.
all the numbers?
But I feel, I feel like there's like a douchebag line that you just can't pass,
Yeah.
and then you start
Yeah.
going back downhill, but
yeah.
you just have to be mediocre.
Mediocre. just in that like
Hey,
solid
mediocrity
average.
equals success
on
in
the
life.
fence. You have to be right on the fence.
yeah, like exactly,
Very
just
middle of the road.
perfect middle, just right there.
Too hot, they won't talk to you.
Because
5
intimidated.
pounds
Yeah,
chub
That's
sells it.
Dad bod.
So you mean
Dad
I'm
bod.
too skinny now?
No, it's a sexy body.
The beer belly is always a winner. Inspires confidence. You know why? Because they know you're comfortable with who you are.
Wait till
Life is about happiness, right, guys?
You can't spell no, I'm not gonna say
and food.
And
yes. Food. Well, yeah, that's another subject.
Is it?
Quinoa again.
food. Quinoa.
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 But yeah, about food.
How do you
Yes.
say quinoa in French?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Quinoa.
you gotta give it that
Close
that
your
French
mouth more.
slang.
Sound
Yeah,
like
just
you're
slur a
just
little
squeezing
bit.
your cheeks and then just
You just have to pretend like you have peanut butter on the roof of your mouth. That's how you speak
Quinoa.
French, right?
Basically.
Quinoa.
Basically, yeah.
That's racist.
I didn't say anything.
If everybody asked, he actually squinted his eyes.
Don't throw me under that. That bus is coming to my side. Damn it.
Oh heck yeah! You started with the dishes, bro. I'm coming for you. Oh, apparently
It's
I got
on
a,
like Donkey Kong.
apparently I got a life, man.
You got a life.
Yeah, da-na-na-na-na-na. It's a life at Mario.
Oh, yeah.
See,
That's
someone,
yeah, it's true.
that's actually ironic because when someone texts me like, "Oh, look at this, I got a life," and it feels like I got a life because someone's got text me,
that's
right?
sad.
My life is sad.
That's a little bit sad.
Aw. This is not turning into a pity session.
Of course not. What are you thinking?
True that.
Man. Anyway, someone send me an image. Hopefully that's good content. I'm slightly scared.
Don't share it.
No, actually, interest. Oh no.
Can't be better than our opening image.
Oh no.
Oh no. Actually, one of my friends bought a car. You know Nathan? Tall AC
Can
guy?
you pass the mic, the mouse to me?
The mic. I can pass the mic.
holding a
But
mic.
it's just not gonna sound there.
Nathan.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, Nathan just got a car. That's what he just sent me. He's looking for a Ford because his father-in-law works in Ford, like Ford University. He actually teaches the mechanics how to fix the new cars.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he got a Ford Fusion.
Best way to fix a Ford. Don't buy a Ford.
Fine on the road dead Ford? Is that what it's for?
I was driving the other day and I
Unless
saw
it's Ford GT.
I saw a silver Ford Fusion,
Mhm.
and I was like, of all cars, that's the one that I can never see myself driving unless I'm like
Really?
45 and work in a cubicle.
Like middle of the run, average.
Well, don't
average
hold your breath.
everywhere.
Super average.
Yeah. It is. It is. But the front end.
What's
of-
wrong with average?
It's like It's like that SNL Will Ferrell skit where he's like, I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Yeah, exactly.
the dad. How dare you? I drive a Dodge Stratus.
These things. Oh, look like you need a refill there, bud.
Yeah, coming.
Real soon. Actually, okay. On the note of cars.
I like to do a little.
Oh yeah, just to make it.
You love that background.
They know. They know.
I think every single one of your podcasts has had that.
The little
In the back.
or like a beer opening.
And you can tell by how many drinks you've had by the end of the session that you're like, yeah, they're about 4 in. Yeah, okay, this is good.
It starts with
There's more clinking.
Hey.
very clear speech, and at the end they're.
No, we don't count beers here at Kegs and Eggs.
Do we now? All right, get me another. But talking about cars, actually, you still like your R?
I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to sell it.
Well,
what? You want to sell your car? Tell me
for
more,
sure,
bro.
for
What's
sure.
up?
Well, it's not here. I don't know if I should talk about this on the podcast.
But nobody's gonna know, right? Nobody will.
No one. This is a private.
This
podcast.
is a private. It is a private.
Nobody listens to this at all.
No. The viewers. It's between the viewers and us. It's
No,
our
so
secret.
I
I'm
feel
gonna-
like View is a wide.
I'm going to be sending it back to the States and
Yeah?
selling it. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not keeping it here. It's too expensive to import it. It's
They
just
make
not
it
worth
so expensive.
It's just
Yeah, eh?
it's too much of a hassle. Like either way, to import it, I'd have to drive it back across the border and leave it in the States, but at the border for like 3 days to check it out and stuff, and then
Yeah.
bring it back
That's
in
so lame.
and pay the taxes and the import fees, and all.
Which
It's
is
just like
ridiculous.
it doesn't make
expensive.
any sense. It's stupid.
I found a Lexus last year, the IS250.
Yeah.
It was a couple of years old.
Nice
it
model.
Was a ridiculous deal. He was asking 22 grand, and I think it was a year or two old, almost
Okay.
no kilometers. It was going to cost 14,000 import fees.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's crazy.
That's
It's
so
too much.
dumb.
I'm like, it's costing as much as a car. It 100% worth them. I don't know.
Well, remember the time
Even
of the
half that,
imports.
I'm like, it's not worth it. Like if it's, I didn't even look into it.
Yay
really.
for
It's-
import tax.
If it's 7,000 or 8,000,
No
it's
politics.
not even worth its mate. Like I'm like, whatever. I'll just get rid of it. And I mean, the one cool thing about it is it's literally the only 2-door Mark 6R.
Yeah, but that's like
in
$1 million
Canada.
Canadian dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You mean Monopoly money?
And that's like $1 billion Quebec beers.
All right. Enough with the Canada.
Canada
tear our money.
Stop Canada bashing, okay? Hey.
Have you guys tried that?
What?
Tearing it?
Yeah. Okay, grab some money.
No.
Legit.
Good.
Tearing? You can't tear Canadian
You
money.
You can
cannot
tear your
tear-
money.
Dude, you cannot tear it.
You can't. It's
You can't?
impossible
At all?
Like,
At
it's
all.
like,
I know it's like plastic.
I
but
can literally hang off of it.
it's nuts. It's
Really?
crazy.
Yes, like it can hold 150. I don't way more than 150, but it can
Yeah.
hold a lot.
Whoa there, honey. Just like 200. No, you're not that
crazy.
high.
3.
Uh-oh. Someone's got a life apparently.
I'm vibrating.
Oh. Are you? But yeah, that's pretty. But like, I've rarely seen any models 2 doors like yours around here in Quebec and Montreal. They're super rare, right?
So in all of Canada, there's no like so mine is the Mark 6 Golf R, and it was never they never sold it in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, they only sold the 4-door here.
Huh. Interesting.
So that's cool because it's unique.
Mhm.
Nobody else has it.
Yeah. So what
But
other car would you get? Let's say you sell it, you get like a decent amount of money.
yeah,
What would you get?
I really miss my Subaru, honestly.
Subaru. There you go.
I had a
Subaru.
2011
STI?
WRX.
Give-
Not an
come on.
STI, but
Give it to me. Yes.
I had a 2011 WRX, and I
Mhm.
did a lot of work to it. And it was a lot of fun. I miss that car so much.
Boxer engine.
White sedan.
The Rumble and
white?
Tubble, man. That thing is a oof.
Satin white.
You didn't go classic blue, gold
Satin
rims.
white pearl. I got a really killer deal on the white sedan. So I was like,
Yeah.
Mm.
I wanted a blue hatch, and then I got a crazy deal on the white sedan, and I was like, I'll think about it for like a day. I thought about it for a day, and I was like, all right, I'm taking it. It's like I can't pass.
He
this deal.
tends to overthink things.
Yeah, like a full day, man. Like I would have taken
Full
that
day.
thing in an
Big
hour.
life decisions,
It's like,
Yeah,
bam,
exactly. That's
done.
it.
Get her done. Get her done.
That car was so fun though. It shot flames. I was like full catless exhaust. It's very smelly, very fast.
I
to
also
this
love
day,
the ozone.
Every time I start the car, a bird dies.
He sees like leaves dying every time he starts the
He
damn
passes
car.
the
Like
field
the
of cows.
trees,
He's like, haha, I make more methane than you.
methane, CO2, buddy.
Whatever.
Biology, science. I don't know. Were you listening?
There's a reason I got a 62 in biology.
As we've discussed, in previous episodes, this is not an intellectual podcast. You will not walk away from this episode, especially with any nuggets of knowledge you didn't already have.
You actually
meteorite.
come out
I
of this.
looked it up, by the way, and it is from space. It's a space rock. A meteorite is a space rock.
But it doesn't have to be a rock, though.
But it is.
So,
But it's from
Oh my
space.
God!
It's not
this,
part-
we found this
again,
Dude,
My
no,
word.
I looked it up last night. A
Google it.
meteorite is made of rock or iron or like some other
We're
ore.
all millennials.
But it's from
Google
space.
it.
It's not-
Meteorite?
It's not like it doesn't come from
touches
here.
the ground.
Yeah,
A meteor is anything that burns up through the
not
atmosphere.
anything. It's a meteorite that comes in.
Okay, like
There's two things.
Show me the
There's
website.
two things:
Google it.
asteroid and meteor.
Yes.
You know what the difference is?
asteroids.
Asteroid
It's
is
a rock.
it stays in space and it orbits something. Example being, there's a field of asteroids around the sun.
Hello.
Oh, my wife's home.
Someone
Yeah,
else
there
is
you
showing
go.
up.
Wifey's home. Well, Vinny's wifey.
That's-
And,
the door
and of
squeaks.
course, we talked about it.
The
This morning, probably.
The
But Of course, we're talking about it when she walks in. We're talking about
irony.
meteors and meteorites.
Oh, the irony. For everybody,
Kate would roll her eyes.
for
She
every
knows.
for everybody that wasn't
She
in the room,
knows.
she walked in and rolled her eyes immediately. Well, obviously,
we just started.
We-
Okay.
yeah, legit. We felt
We've been
your
having
presence
imaginary
was coming
conversations
over,
for,
and
like,
then
the
we're just
past
like
12 hours in our
done.
head. We're like, this is the roll of facts that I'm going to pull out.
Exactly.
And realistically, we get contacted by NASA, and they're like, "You're all idiots."
What are you doing? Wait. That's actually gin and tonic. Yeah, we're fancy.
Why did we take?
Thanks, though. Oh, you're so nice.
But I
Seriously.
would take another one.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna finish my drink first, but like, thanks. That's really sweet of you.
Vinny married a good girl.
Yeah, I did.
She
Yeah.
pours the drinks.
She's the best
Oh
one.
yeah, look at that.
Does she make sandwiches?
We don't
No,
really
she doesn't
eat
make
bread,
sandwiches.
so-
She
You
makes
don't really eat
sandwiches.
No.
Don't eat bread. Yeah.
Because-
There you
we're
go.
generally pretty keto friendly, so.
There you go.
Keto.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Or
I need to be
or
more
me-
educated on keto because everyone seems to be doing it.
You could just.
It's-
I mean, I
it's
would
basically
say.
just
cut the
really don't know what
carbs.
it is.
Cut the carbs. Just cut the carbs as much as you can. You can never cut like. There's always gonna be carbs in your diet, no matter what you do. But like, if you cut as much as possible, then you're gonna see a big difference. Like, you eat a piece of bread, man, you feel it. Like, I feel it now. I've
Guillaume has been avidly working out as a disclaimer and has lost.
avidly 3 times a
Wait.
week. That's not much. And then at home, actually. But like, I
Your
think
body's improved avidly.
you pleb. Thanks, by the way. Anyway, but like, yeah, it's seriously.
And
it's
yes,
just-
ladies, he is still single.
And I have a motorcycle.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Kate.
That's
Bravo.
good.
His
Bravo.
phone number is 555
9797.
1400. Call Guillaume.
555.
Please don't call that number. Next morning,
If you listen to the whole
37
podcast, we
unread
might be lucky enough to
messages.
get it to you.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Maybe at the end.
Maybe at the end. Oh, yeah, if you listen all the way
That's
till
when we
the
do
end,
the plugs, right?
You have to listen to the whole thing.
the whole thing, and then like I'll give you like one number missing out of my number.
And if you guess what it is,
If you guess
But
what
you-
it is,
but you
get
can't
the
he's the
text.
lucky winner.
You can't just skip around though. You have to really listen to the whole thing because I'm like it really quick. I'm just gonna whisper it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's vicious.
So Ben Adrian texted me. He said he wants to know what the name of your podcast is, so
Thank
he's
you.
going to follow.
Kegs and eggs.
Kegs
Tell
and
them
eggs.
kegs and eggs.
yeah.
Kegs is kegs with 1G or 2?
1G.
1G. Kegs. N as in the letter N.
The
Word
no,
and.
like the and symbol, the ampersand.
Okay, kegs and
And eggs.
eggs.
Yep. Some good stuff.
Kegs
Good
and
stuff.
eggs.
Good stuff.
I presume eggs has 2 G's.
Yes, yes it does.
I can also spell
Quinoa.
You can find it on.
Okay, I'm the French one here, and it is not, English is not my first language, but like I know how to spell egg. You know,
E-G-G.
You can find it on iTunes,
G-G-G.
iTunes Podcasts or
iTunes
Apple
GS.
Podcasts, whatever.
sweet.
And you can also
Dude.
find it on Laughable and Podbean so far, and then soon will be Spotify. But
Oh,
you have
dude,
to
I
have
was just about to ask you that question. Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's next.
Dang.
But you have to have a minimum of 5 episodes released, and
Okay.
I've only released 4 so far. So
Okay.
And
Is
here
this
we
going to be
go.
the 5th?
this
The
will
5th and best.
not be the
Kitty.
5th.
It'll be the what?
It'll be. I'll probably release this in a couple weeks. Maybe
Nice,
6 or
nice.
7.
There's a kitty on the table. My ovary just bursted.
What? He saw.
Kawa?
You never heard that?
I mean,
No, you never heard that.
I have
My
not.
ovary just bursted. Like you become like, oh my goodness, there's a kitty.
I'm not sure what's better is the expression or the way you're saying it. My very. It was very.
Oh, very well.
Oh, very.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh,
Man.
very.
So Vinny, what's the direction you're taking this thing?
What the heck's going on?
I don't know. Oh, that's like.
Oh, that's a commercial. All right,
that's a
good.
commercial.
I was like, what? There's some weird stuff happening on the TV screen because we play the music on the TV.
The podcast.
And it was just like, what the heck? It was weird. Anyway, onward. You were asking?
The
I don't
podcast. The
remember.
podcast direction. So
Yes, the
What-
podcast.
yeah, there you
so
go.
so far we know. So Kegs and Eggs is kind of a has kind of
Here's your plug. Give me 2 minutes.
yeah. So Kegs and Eggs is basically
I'm
it's
listening.
kind of a food and drink based
Okay, yeah.
podcast. So like that's kind of the main thing. So Kegs and Eggs being I don't know about here, but in the States, Kegs and Eggs is kind of expression for breakfast beers.
Oh, breakfast
It's
beers.
basically, so like a lot of, especially on like St. Patty's Day,
Mhm.
people will go out for breakfast. They'll go for like 7, 8 a.m. and have a nice heavy stout with their Irish breakfast, something like that.
Really?
So that's what Kegs and Eggs. There's, if you go, I
Are
mean,
you
actually,
Irish?
I am Irish. Yeah,
You are Irish.
yeah.
How
So
much? 100%?
But he's not redhead.
But he's got a red beard.
My beard is pretty red.
Oh,
and my
yeah.
hair,
Actually, now that you mention it.
my hair was very red when I was a kid, though. It got darker over time.
Okay, yeah. Well, it does that. Maybe in the sun it'll get like redder or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Every-
Okay.
Always.
Yeah. I become like a bit blonder when in the sun too.
Yeah?
Like, I'm not. I work inside, so you
Sunlight
can't
hits
really
up a
see
lot.
it. But stop looking at me, guys.
We're staring deeply into his eyes.
I feel really intimidated. But yeah, okay. So it's basically breakfast and beer, but like, so that's the definition of like the
So-
name. But what's the direction?
So it's food. It's food and drink in general. That's
Okay.
so a lot of what we do is food and drink based.
Mhm.
My friend Nils, who is also part of the podcast.
Cool
he's,
guy, man.
He's you know Nils.
Yeah, I
You
know Niels. I've met him a couple times. Like,
Yeah.
never like really hung
heard
out with him
Niels.
much, but like,
He's awesome.
cool guy,
This
man.
guy.
Seems like
Real
a-
cool guy, legit.
Yeah.
Shout out
He's-
to
He knows
Niels.
his stuff.
He's a great cook. He's got some stuff in the pipeline for, like business opportunities, food wise.
I got to know.
He's got some stuff set up. Soon, I believe it's like kind of a catering business.
Fantastic.
Anyways, he's a really
That's
good
good.
cook. So he's kind of like the group of the three of us. He's the chef. He's the savant.
Cool,
The
sweet.
savant cook.
He's like the guy that experienced with
Idiot
like all the
savant.
culinary skills and knows his
he
ways,
knows,
right?
Like so he
Huh.
he went to bartender school. He's the only one of the three of us with any real qualifications.
Oh, he's got education. We're all plebs. I did welding school, by the way. Trying to be like slightly a bit more educated.
Yeah.
I drew a picture once.
Oh, you did.
I
Was
feel pretty
that the
educated
one on the
about
fridge when I lived with you?
No, that was a stick figure, Guillaume.
Oh, so that was your early stage of drawing.
No, that was my most recent work.
Oh. Shout out to Matt's art. You know.
You can look it up at
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's got like great art. You know, it's Montreal arts. It's just the best.
I've got some plans for the podcast though.
Mm-hmm. Take us to the future.
My contribution to the group is my passion for podcasts in general. I'm intensely obsessed with podcasting and listening to other people's podcasts.
Hence, you doing a podcast.
Hence me like finally making my own. Like I wanted to make one for a while since since last year sometime. I was like, man, I really want to start my own, but I don't know. I don't have like a premise to go on,
Mhm.
and I don't want it to just be like some stupid hangout kind of like I don't know what
Well,
to talk about.
But to be honest with you, like a hangout podcast,
It's super fun
it's
though.
cool.
It can be
It's
great.
legit. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Even if you listen to morning radio, there is something about waking up to the sound of people laughing that is just better.
That's it.
Yeah.
It puts a smile on your face, regardless of whether or not you're like super interested in the content
Or not.
what you're learning or not learning, or probably getting dumber. But
Yeah.
it's just nice.
I find when you listen to people talking, it creates an ambiance of like there's someone in your house. It just creates like
I'm not alone.
Yeah. It might sound super dumb, but like you don't feel lonely. It's just like it reminds me when I listen to a podcast is when I was a kid and like my parents told me, okay, go to your room. It's time for you to go to bed. But they kept talking and they kept having fun. And you're just there in your room listening to all their conversation.
You stick your head out the door,
Basically,
and then they yell at you. And...
Yeah, that's what a podcast reminds me of. It's like this old feeling of nostalgia that like you want to listen in onto like whatever they're saying, and it's pretty cool because it's like an in-depth view of three good friends have a conversation at. You know, I don't know, it's kind of got that like that's what I like about podcasts.
Welcome to the family, everyone.
Basically, welcome to the family. The Vinny, Matt, and Couture.
I kind of this comedian I'm really into, Bert Kreischer. Shout out to Bert Kreischer.
I've only seen one of his videos, but it's gold.
The machine. Yes.
So like,
and Matt's taking off his shirt right now.
I listen to his podcast religiously. Always listening to it. But he also has a. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay. But he also has he has a cooking show, which is kind of like and he doesn't really know, like as far as I can tell, like really
he looks
know
like
how
he
to
cooks
cook.
with.
Yeah, hence the keg.
It's kind of,
the keg.
A lot of deep fry.
No offense to this guy. Sorry. Love the belly though.
It's called Something's
amazing.
Burning.
Okay.
And it's so you can tell something's burning. So like obviously, there's not a whole lot of skill going into those meals. But it's
food,
it's
bro.
hilarious to watch.
It's food.
To watch. It's him and usually two other comedians that get together and make food together.
Live video?
And it's just it's edited down to like 15 minutes usually an episode, but it's all free content. You can find it online on YouTube.
Can you a slight question? I don't know. I just like picked up on that because I know like he's doing a cooking show, so clearly there's a video aspect of this.
Yeah.
Would you like to integrate maybe like a bit like you don't have to put like high quality, maybe like
That's what I was wondering.
That is
yeah,
kind of-
exactly. A
that is
camera
kind
in
of
the background
direction that I was planning on going
because that would be sick.
Yeah. So like in an episode, I'd like to
That
also
presumes
incorporate actually cooking together as like a
Yo.
for longer episodes, maybe like a 2 to 3 hour,
Like a special like
That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
I don't know like holiday episode or something.
yeah, all the
Do
holidays.
some
or something.
ceviche.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking like a long weekend, not holiday, bro.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
vacation, yeah.
Exactly. Yo, come on.
I don't know if anyone's asked this, but in lines of food, what is your guys' favorite meals? Like, what do you enjoy?
Well,
If you're walking down death row, what are you asking for?
oh, death row. Oh, you can't put me on the spot like that. There's so many good stuff.
The spot is yours.
Oh man, like I mean, I've been holding back on so much things that everything is amazing right now. But the best thing, death row. Man, just okay. Pick
tough
someone
one,
else first. That's tough. That's really tough.
I like Vinny's rehearsals.
I think one of the things that I don't get every day, but I'm never not in the mood for, is a legit good burger. A good, thick,
Merca.
juicy burger. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never. You present me with
Beef?
one of those. Yeah. Oh yeah. Every time. And you present me with that, I'm never gonna turn it down. I'm never gonna be like, no, I don't feel like burgers today. I'll always have a burger.
Okay, what sells you on a burger? Because I mean, burger can be taken so many ways.
Yo,
you can have
yeah, it
vegan
can
burger,
go anywhere.
You
You
can
can
have chicken
like-
burger.
Like
We
chicken-
said beef. but I
salmon
mean,
burger, like
are you doing classic? Are you doing
burger
lettuce?
stuff.
First of
pickle,
all,
tomato?
a vegan burger is not a burger.
No. That like 100%.
That's a poor excuse for a sandwich.
Amen to that. Thank you.
Apologize to the vegans listening.
No vegans are listening to this podcast.
Apologize for
I
the vegan.
guarantee it.
Not really. We don't really apologize for you guys. It's like live life properly. Sorry, we have nothing against you. Just your choices.
Oh, here comes the vinegar.
Oh,
That
sorry.
open wound.
No, we legit have nothing against you.
Just your choices. I like that. That was hilarious.
So burger, going classic, sticking to the basics.
So, my favorite burger that I would make at home would be like a bacon gorgonzola burger. So you get like crumbled gorgonzola over the top with bacon, and just like not really too heavy on the condiments. Maybe like a little something to soften up the bun, but that's it.
Okay.
Can I have like multiple platters? Because it's a very difficult question.
Oh yeah, Death
No,
Row?
no. You can't be like I want to surf and turf. You have to be like I want surf or turf.
Oh man, dude, like why so like
It's too strict.
Why
though.
so strict in your questions?
Well, you can't be like, I want Chinese, Indian, American, Italian.
All
Although
over the
American is
world,
probably
baby. Come on.
You know what I really like though is something
Got it.
like that, but like shawarma.
Oh,
I love it, dude.
Yes.
I used to eat so much of that in New York City. So much from food trucks, street meat.
So explain
so good,
explain
dude.
shawarma. Explain shawarma.
Well, like so I would usually
Rotisserie chicken.
eat
I'm sick with
or
seasoning.
lamb also.
'Cause
So,
I heard-
like, usually it's on like this the rotation.
Yeah,
thing
but-
Okay,
that's
so
done.
it's basically
shawarma
it's like
seasoned
Amir.
chicken?
Isn't it
No,
Amir?
let's give me lamb too. It's all the same. It's like lamb shawarma, chicken shawarma.
Is it like
It's
Amir
not just one.
and stuff like that? Like Amir and
Yeah, exactly.
okay, got it.
The
Yeah,
fast food version.
yeah,
So as-
obviously.
Yeah.
Bringing that up, I had a shawarma poutine yesterday.
Did you?
No.
Mind blowing. So a couple
That's
years
why
ago,
you had bad breath yesterday.
Yeah, probably that garlic though.
It's so good.
We ordered from an
Man.
Indian place recently. Got butter chicken from the Indian place. Butter chicken.
Where? What was it called?
Oh, that sounds
Indian
amazing.
Palais or something like that?
It's
Palace?
I was on Uber Eats.
Because I think I
It was
ordered
one of
from
those-
there
one of the,
the other day. It was in Verdun. That thing was amazing. The guy actually, okay, short story. The guy forgot the debit machine. I'm like, I have the debit. Like, I'll pay debit. I don't have cash on me. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, so he brought me the food. He didn't have the debit machine. And he's like, I'll come back and make you pay. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, he's leaving. It's free for now. And if you're not there, like, in 2 hours, well, it's going to be a free meal on the house because it's the first time. And I'm like, what? And he came back. And obviously I paid, you know?
I just wouldn't answer the door.
But
Actually,
was
no,
so
that's not really your fault.
it's not
But
my fault. And I told him like
you're
that.
not
And
this
it was
person.
actually, it was really cool of them. And he, like, obviously I wanted to pay because, like, it was amazing food. It was legit. The guy was super honest. And the restaurant seemed like super family oriented. I don't know. It was just like great. It was like a pretty cool experience. Like seeing like, I don't know. It was pretty cool. Like he gave me a break. I was like, yeah. I don't know. It was awesome. Yeah.
It was Santa restaurant halal on Crescent.
Shout out, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. I
In
liked it.
Montreal.
Butter chicken poutine.
Ooh.
So, like I never expected to like Indian food over French fries and cheese.
Yeah. Anyway,
It was awesome.
death row meal. I know it puts in. Like I've had poutine, multiple poutine. That would be one of the options, but I don't think I'd go with that. Like I've ate way too much. Like I know
Yeah.
poutine's amazing, and there's so many variables of a poutine. It's simply fries, gravy, and curd cheese, but depends on the curd cheese, depends on the sauce, depends on the
I feel
fries.
like there's too many variables.
It's so
varies
bad,
a lot
right?
on the-
Because
on
you'd
the
be
gravy.
like,
Like I want a poutine from
gravy
there.
sells it.
is
Dude.
wildly different.
No, like it makes a
where you're getting it, yeah.
world of difference.
okay, best gravy.
Actually, the place on the corner right here, Frank's. It's like a
Okay,
it's like a pizzeria or whatever, but their poutine is incredible.
Hmm.
If you like a soggy one,
Okay,
I
yeah.
love. Okay,
A
so
lot of sauce,
anything
that's
that I
where you
eat,
want, yeah.
I absolutely love it saucy. Like whether I'm getting Subway or I'm getting a poutine,
It's gotta be
or
dripping.
I got exactly.
Like,
That's
I've
for
gotten
me
poutines
when you
before that were
bite
dry.
something and
Yeah,
it
that's
kind
bad.
of just
That's bad. I
squishes
don't like
out
this.
on your hands.
Yeah.
That's
One
what sells a burger for me.
actually one of the best poutine I've had
sloppy.
in Montreal,
Sloppy.
and it's a combination of all three. Is a Costco poutine.
Costco.
I find them. The fries are amazing, and the gravy is not gravy. The gravy is like barbecue
Their hot dogs
sauce.
are good though.
Yeah,
But apparently they're removing them.
but they make me. I have a hard time digesting them for some odd reason. They're good.
You get the poops.
No.
Hey, Kate, where's the
I
best
just feel
poutine?
bad afterwards. They're amazing.
Where's the best poutine?
Yeah. La Banquise?
La Banquise.
She said La Banquise. It's good, but man, the day after, heck no. It is overrated.
It's
It's a
okay,
bit
it's
over.
fine, it's okay.
What
It's
about-
great
what about
at
Costco poutine?
Between
Costco
3
poutine.
to 5 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. it's the
3
it's,
to 5 in the morning.
it's
Kate
the
has never been drunk, so we don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, she said what? She might have went a little higher pitched than I did, but she's allowed. She's a girl.
It's about the same.
It's pretty close.
But yeah, La Banquise is good, but it's middle of the run. It's like a good in the morning food after going out in the bars. Like,
It tastes amazing after
the bars, obviously, but
beers.
just
The number can be up to you.
But okay, let's be honest. Is pretty much anything amazing after beers? at this hour of the morning. You can eat McDonald's over and
3 to
over and
5
just
a.m.
love it.
Push-ups are terrible.
Well, duh. I'm talking food, you
Food,
dummy. Good point, though. Good point. Push-ups
Yeah,
are a
absolutely.
limit
I don't know
bar
about,
fee
I
at
don't know
this
about
point.
push-ups, but like a good foot race at 3 to 5 in the morning after the bars.
Why do we always do
Okay,
that?
but let's
Why do we always do
let's
that?
discuss that for a second. I think
I'll
it's a
lead
guy
you to
thing.
this first pole. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. It's like a race between a midget and a drunk man.
Do we think that it's actually the food itself that is better, or is it just the fact that now you have a full stomach?
I think it's the taste buds are like drunk. They're just like, yeah.
I just picture a bunch of drunk taste buds like, oh my god, man.
They're out of
Give me some Mexican.
There's a reason why Taco Bells are like 24 hours half the time in the States, right?
What's up? What's up?
best
There's
place
a
to
reason
go.
why their toilets are always dirty.
That's another discussion entirely. This is the next level, SHI.
Next level, Taco Bell.
Yeah, talk about. I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, like people like to rag on Taco Bell all the
Nobody
time
got that
and
joke,
talk
by the
about
way.
like the whole like go my stomach and blah blah blah. I've never had any problems with
I
Taco
have.
Bell. Never once had a
Stomachs of
stomach issue.
steel. Stomachs of steel.
Yeah, I'm an
You're
Iron
American.
Drum.
Well, America,
I'm an Iron
America,
Drum.
bro.
I can eat anything.
Yeah, I used to be like that, and then I turned 27, and then it was like
He's over the hill, folks.
Oh yeah, way over the hill.
But he has a motorcycle.
Yes. I don't know what else to say to that.
Yes.
Positive.
Guillaume
But
drives a Yamaha FZ09.
It's
fun
it's
little bike.
Black.
It's
Good time.
it's black, gray with blue rims.
Yeah, blue.
Slight,
blue.
slight,
Purple.
purple. Actually, everybody tells me it's a different color. You just have to see it for
blue.
yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Bluish purple.
And Matt does drive a motorcycle too. Suzuki SV650. Nice little thumper bike.
good time.
It's a yeah.
Those V twins.
Yeah. No, like that bike though.
That bike.
That bike though. Yeah.
I don't have
Vinny
a bike.
will catch up.
I don't have
like,
a bike, but I have
you
a
know what?
license.
You have your license?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
allowed to ride here?
Yeah,
Bro, sell your car, get it like
that's what I'm talking
a
about.
piece of dirt bike and just like
A piece of dirt bike.
yeah.
I'm like, wait, is he talking about a dirt bike or is it?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Nice.
And like legit, especially in town in Montreal, especially with like the traffic and the craziness around like construction, because literally this is Cone City right now. Montreal is like
Yeah.
retarded with this.
I have
you
to
have a-
interject here
Terrible,
just to tell my little story because from my house to Vinny's house normally is give or take 11 minutes.
Oh, shorter than that,
it
bro.
took- No, you got to come down Atwater. It's a bit of a hike. A wee
Okay.
bit.
A wee bit, but like
It's actually faster to ride my BMX to your house.
It
Really?
legitimately
Yeah.
is.
what
Yeah.
Today it took 48 minutes because I took
detours?
one exit, which should not necessarily have been a problem if there had been any exits on their detour.
Right.
But it took me maybe 25 kilometers out of the way, and that's not exaggerating. It took me 48 minutes to get to your house
That's
today.
crazy. What?
So Montreal has their pluses for food, minuses for pylons.
Roads, dude.
Yeah, the
Even if
pylons.
I know exactly where I'm going, I still use Google Maps so I know like if a road is closed on my way there.
That's the thing that
Always.
sucks about the bike. And I didn't set up my Bluetooth in
Yeah.
my headset before going. I should have set up the maps. It would have told me a faster way. But
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. I know these roads. An
No,
hour
I just-
later.
no,
I just
no,
drove
you
up
don't.
to-
You don't, because they literally overnight
They changed the roads.
They change,
And you're like, oh,
overnight.
well,
I was like the
I
other
guess
day.
I'm not going where I
The
was
other day.
planning on going.
Take my exit. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go 15 north, if that means anything to anyone. Go 15 north, and I look at the exit. So I get it's in yon one street, and then you take the exit to go literally up on the highway.
Oh, American of you. Yawn.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the heck is he talking
I'm
about?
Yawn 1 Street.
And I take that street, and
Sound check's good, Vinny?
it's got
Yeah, we're good.
We're
It's got-
sounding out.
it's got two options: 15 north or 20 east. 20 east is literally west. 20 west. Literally the opposite direction of where I want to go, because I have to take the 15 north and then take the 20 east. And the 15 north is blocked, so it detours me to the 20 east. What do you know? 30 minutes later, I'm
Yeah.
still going the wrong direction because all the stupid exits are closed, and I'm ending up like 20 kilometers later, further down the road.
That
having-
30 kilometers took him 14 minutes when he was doing a wheelie the whole way.
Details. Details. But anyway, and they go all the way west, like about 20 kilometers to finally take like the 15 north, which is like an adjacent highway further up north to take the 40 west, east, all the way back. It was retarded. 30-minute hike, an hour and a half.
Oh
Dumb.
my gosh, dude.
Dumb.
I've never seen streets as bad as Montreal. I've never
Well, I mean, America.
The unpredictability of
Moncton is close, but Moncton is also very poor. So
I don't even know what Moncton is. I've never heard of Moncton.
Moncton is, I dare say, the second biggest city in New Brunswick compared to Fredericton.
Wait, New Brunswick means nothing. No offense,
The
guys.
second biggest city. I was like, wait. So when you said that, I went through my head.
It's actually really nice out there.
I was like, what cities do I know in Canada? Montreal, like big cities. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. That's it. Oh, Calgary.
Ottawa.
Calgary as well.
Ottawa.
Quebec.
And Quebec.
Yeah.
The capital of Canada
I've never
means
actually
nothing.
been to Quebec.
You never been to Quebec?
No.
It's a nice place. It just looks like an underrated Montreal.
Don't tell that to the people who live
It's
in Quebec. They
very
will.
French, I've heard.
It's like, come on, là. C'est français sur un moyen temps. Sorry about that, guys. It's French on a heck of a way. Direct translation. But
Hey, that's
it's
another question. Is
it's
this
pretty cool.
becoming bilingual?
No.
How's your French coming
no.
along?
Terrible.
Why? Like, I'm the only French guy here.
But he likes the French.
Well, obviously,
yeah.
he's married to a French girl that talks mainly English. Don't ask any questions, people. Don't.
Yeah, she doesn't really. Well, obviously, I mean, she doesn't speak French to me, really. So.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah,
Just when she's
What
angry
she's
at you, and
saying. Yeah.
she doesn't want you to understand what she's saying.
And it's funny because I'm French, she's French, and we talk to each other in English.
That's true.
It is
Yeah.
one of the funniest things. And sometimes we just stop, we look at each other, and we go, I don't know the word for this in English, so let's keep going in French. And then we go, yes. And somehow it always reverts back to English.
I've noticed. I think that's a Montreal thing.
We actually respect. The thing is, in Montreal, sorry to interrupt you, but it's a Montreal thing. You're right. When there's one English person in a crowd of like anything higher than like
Vive l'anglaise!
yeah, anything higher than 5 or 4, like 4 or 5 people, we will all talk English for that sake of that one English person.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
it's within our nature because Canadians are so nice, right? Hey, Canadian, eh?
Canadians are nice.
And we all try to talk English for
We have
that
good
one
poutine.
person that is English, although
Yeah.
we're all French. It's a common thing that I've seen really often.
I feel like that's the courteous thing to do because I've been in situations where that didn't happen, where I was the only one who didn't speak French there,
Yeah.
and everyone's speaking French, and I'm sitting there like this.
Twiddling your thumbs, just like, yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
I've been with you.
Yeah.
It
well,
happens. Like it happens every once in a while, but like I feel like if I was bilingual and I had a friend, like the big language besides English where I grew up was Spanish. So if we all spoke Spanish and there was one guy there that didn't speak English at all, we'd be speaking Spanish because he's
Really?
or that's what we would try. I don't speak Spanish, but like if
You
we
try to
were-
mumble it, you know?
yeah, like if we would try to. So he didn't feel alone and ostracized. Not ostracized. But
That's one thing that I find difficult about eating high cuisine
Oh, wait,
in
say,
Montreal.
say that again? About?
a boot.
We're not going to discuss my
Our New
maritime
Brunswick-
accent.
Matt's
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Ontario.
And no.
That's Maritimes.
Yeah, Maritimes.
A boot
Say
bagel
yes
for everybody. Shut up, Guillaume.
Bagel.
He says bagel instead of bagel.
No, but a boot is also like more towards the west too. Like I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of people from
He's-
even Colt says that almost like in a boot sometimes.
You're sold
A-
out, Colton.
a
You
little
hear that?
He's a little.
It's not just me.
He's got a little bit of an accent sometimes.
Yeah. But like, it's funny because with Matt, he's been living in Montreal so long that like he camouflaged into like he's
Yeah.
trying as hard as he can. But once in a while, he's got that bagel thing going on, and it's just hilarious. And I like it sticks out like a sore thumb to me, and I'm like, Matt, you said bagel, and it's amazing.
And then I'm like, Guillaume, I kicked you out.
because you got married, you pleb.
It was worth it.
No, actually, I moved out. Remember?
No.
Yeah, I moved out. Oh my word! Are we gonna have this conversation on the podcast?
That's all right.
No, it was a communal thing.
It was a communal thing.
We both agreed on a very unfortunate decision.
Mutual terms.
Yeah, mutual terms.
Let's clink mics.
The big puff.
Mike bump.
Mic bump. Yeah. No, legit. It was yeah. But yes, once in a while you get that bagel thing going on, and it's hilarious. And I like.
I really
bagels.
forget what I was saying immediately before that, though.
You said a boot.
about.
And we were gone.
Exactly, and it just like restarted the whole conversation. This was amazing.
Let's backtrack here.
You were talking about.
We're talking about speaking French, and my voice cracking like I'm a 12-year-old.
Absolutely. Okay, so one thing about eating in some higher end restaurants in Montreal is I find
that was not.
And I don't know if
topic
they're
we were
trying
talking
to
about.
sell an atmosphere.
Yeah.
But it seems that they'll refuse to speak to you in English, which I kind of understand, especially
it's pompous.
It's Quebec culture, so I understand that aspect of it. But if they see that one, you're trying, or you're clearly English, and they don't even give you any leeway, I find that a little bit ignorant, especially if they're wanting to work for their money and get a tip.
It's arrogant
at the end of the night, right? Like
I understand.
It is.
I understand 100%. But coming from
you're dropping $400, $500 a night on a dinner, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to speak to you in a way you can understand."
Like it's understandable. I get that. It's very for you guys, it's very bad. But if I'll take his defense because clearly I'm the French guy here, and I'll just.
Well, that's why we invite you to go with us to dinner.
Exactly. If I go there, everything's fine. I don't understand. I don't get it. Actually, it's because in our story as Quebecers, the reason why we want to be so Nazi about the language.
That wasn't the word choice I actually wanted to use.
Well, it's like we're so strict about the language. It's because we are. It's because ever since we moved here, France colonized. We gotta go way back. We got history lesson.
Like it's
Dude,
a
real quick
conglomerate
though,
of
you gotta just let it go, man. French is a dying language.
Let me. Okay,
you're gonna lose some followers. On that.
Yeah, you will. You will.
Almost nobody from Montreal listens to this. That's
think?
okay. I looked at the analytics. It's mostly from the States.
Nice, sweet.
It's like 56%.
And I feel I might say it that way after that comment.
Back on the subject, because I want to defend them. I really want to defend them and tell them why they're like this. There's a reason. Because
I was just kidding.
Yeah. So France colonized Quebec, and then after England colonized America, right? Yeah. And then they came back. So America, being much more powerful than France, they attacked France. Yeah, the new France or Quebec. And instead of killing them all, they said, we'll assimilate them. Yeah. So we will oppress them with our language, with our rules, and they just kept pushing us down and saying, you're not allowed talking French, you're not allowed doing this, you're not allowed doing that. So us, in way of defending ourselves, we just said, you know what? We're going to keep the French language alive. And that's why further down the road, because it's been inculcated into our culture so long, so hard, and we wanted to defend that and not be assimilated by the
They've
English.
gone over the top though, but I 100% into wanting to keep that because there's beauty in culture.
It is cultural.
There's beauty in culture, but there's also there has to be a balance.
But
because people become ignorant, and I've met people from northern Quebec,
obviously,
who when
they deny to talk to you in English. They just deny it. They know English and they just won't.
But for example, even when I speak to them in French and we'll have a conversation, they seem to be ignorant of the world around them. They've been raised in a culture where they only want to know what they're taught and what's around them. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, so historically, when you have small groups, they bounce ideas off each other, and it reinforces bad ideas over time.
Exactly, and that's not what I'm saying. Because I find the French culture is absolutely beautiful. It's open. They're loving. Sure. They're very expressive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
right.
I've been talking with my hands this whole podcast.
I wish you guys could see it. He's practically knocking over drinks
all the time. It's just Christ.
But I also think there's a fine line between that, because I feel some people, there's extremists who want to take that further, and that ties over into the restaurant culture.
I think that's the problem. Extremists, once again.
Yeah,
it's just the people that want to take it the next step.
Lighten up, people. Come on.
It's 2018. We're a melting pot now.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's not 1700s,
but
guys.
Talking about that
we're
subject.
all blending into Asians.
That's it. We're all going to be brown in a couple years.
Yeah, exactly. We're all going to be exactly.
My permatan is coming.
Yeah.
That's way.
The permatan.
Jade, I'm still beating you. Not physically.
Not physically. Yeah,
not physically.
For a tan. We're having a tan competition.
Yeah.
Let's take this easy.
Yes, please.
Beating poor choice of words.
Specific.
Winning the competition is a better choice of words.
Yes. But no, yeah, like I said, it's just they wanted to defend so badly, but it's actually Montreal is becoming more anglicized than you think. Montreal is, I think, somewhere around 43% or like 40% like English compared to like. No, sorry. Yeah.
You mean on the island?
No, on the last time I checked that percentage, there's more English people than there were French people on the island of Montreal. Obviously, everywhere around Quebec, it's
That wouldn't surprise me.
French is like,
I mean, English is the language of commerce, right? English and Chinese.
obviously.
So if you're Montreal is a huge area of business in Canada, so that would
well,
make
there's
sense.
the port. There's a big market there because like we're close to. We can bring any boats into the city and just have so much resources coming in and out. And actually, Montreal is they give out a lot of stuff. Like I don't know, especially like what they give out, but like we know we have a lot of export out of Montreal.
Syrup. French
Canada.
girls.
Canada.
Canada.
Canada. Yeah, obviously maple syrup is like all over the world. Actually, did you know?
Tell me, Guillaume.
That made the news not so long ago. Actually, it was a couple years ago. Sorry. One man stole somewhere around like 10,000, if not more, dollars of maple syrup worth of maple syrup. He's like more than that. I think it was. I don't remember the numbers, but he stole so much. He stole like truckloads after truckloads of maple syrup. And what he did is in that big like warehouse.
He had the biggest sugar high we will ever talk about.
You have no idea. He
became a squirrel.
he stacked up the first row so high and then left the back completely empty. And he stole all those cans of maple syrup. And he like did this retarded heist. And then people like try to pick up like those like pallets of like maple syrup cans. And all the back of the warehouse was completely empty. And the guy like went away with like 50,000 worth. Like I don't remember the numbers. I'm sorry once again. But like he walked away with like
$1 million.
A crazy amount of money worth of maple syrup. And because of that, for a couple months, there was actually a maple syrup drought in Montreal.
I heard about something like that. And the price,
So ridiculous.
the price bumped up, right? It was like 30 or 20 or 30%.
It was because of that. So Vinny left, and he comes back, and we're talking about maple syrup. Canada.
Vive la Canada!
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that I just let my podcast get derailed and
I know.
just hijacked by Canadians.
Obviously.
hijacked by
Bagel.
Bagel.
And we got to finish every sentence with a question, eh?
Eh?
What are you talking about, eh?
Eh? Yeah.
Well, that's like even
Okay,
like
that's
since,
such a... Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
onward.
since I moved here, like I picked like really fast. I picked up that
Yeah,
that
you speak
little, like,
Canadian now.
a little inflection at the end of the end of your sentences.
But Americans say...
At the end of your sentences?
It's like
Americans say, huh?
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 What?
not at the end of sentences.
Yep.
Not in New York. Not in the Northeast.
Hey, in New
York
York, they
State.
speak different.
No,
Vermont, they do.
Vermont. Yeah, because Vermont's terrible and it's a bad
Vermont
place.
is basically
Never go there.
Sorry for listeners from Vermont.
Vermont is like
We
a
have
melting pot
no
of
listeners from
Canadian
Vermont.
and American. It's like this weird line. It's like a gray area between
I
Canada
don't
and the
think
States.
it's actually, I think Vermont is one of
The most American.
one of the most American. No, I feel like it's one of the most spaced out people, like most acreage per people or something.
Okay, I thought you meant like the people were spaced out. I'm like, wow, you're mean, bro. No.
Well,
Well,
it's probably also the
I'll
biggest
second that.
importer of weed for Canada. So you know.
We went there. We like
we've
you,
all seen
Vermont
Super
people.
Troopers.
We-
Number 2.
Super Troopers.
Has anybody else seen number 2?
No,
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I didn't see the second one.
Okay, we should watch it.
It's
live.
out. It's already out.
Live.
Oh.
We'll do like a Super Troopers companion. We'll just like go.
We're gonna
Right
talk,
now.
talk through.
We have to do this right now. Right now. Right now.
How many times can we say meow in one sentence?
I've seen like bits and part, and I saw the right meow moment. Ever since in my life, every time I say right now, I have to say right meow.
Meow.
Right, meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
It's just perfect.
Did I watch that with you?
No, I think I got it like in the late views at some point. I was tired, and I was just like, and I got bits and part because I was, I think, dozing off while watching the
All he
film.
hears is meow,
Yeah.
meow.
Oh, the commercial break is over.
Right meow.
Right now.
Meow.
Yeah.
Are we doing this really? Meow. Vinny gets the last meow.
Not what I'm drinking, guys.
No,
Come on, I
meow.
almost splattered all you guys.
Spit take.
Oh yeah, spit take. Please no.
So what's your favorite part about the food about Montreal thus far?
The boots in.
Because you've been here just over a year?
I moved here in November, so in 8 months.
7 or 8 months.
8 months.
Okay, so you're getting to know the culture.
Yeah.
Probably rather quickly. You married a French girl in Quebec.
Yeah. And I knew Montreal before too, because since I was
you were close. You had friends.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of friends here, and then since I was 18, I would come up every year for snowboarding or whatever.
Yeah. Or whatever. 18
or whatever.
I have no idea what people would do at 18 in Quebec that they can't do in Montreal. In New York.
They can't do it in the States until they're 21. Yeah. So like
speaking of kegs.
Speaking of kegs, I used to come up all the time. So I knew a bit of Montreal already. I never thought I would actually live here though, which is pretty crazy. There's certain times where I'm riding my BMX around like downtown, like in front of like I'm riding past bars I used to go to, or riding past Bell Center. Like I used to go to games sometimes. Like I'm like, this is crazy. I just I can ride my bike here from where I live now. This is crazy, you know. But
it's a beautiful city though.
Oh yeah,
a lot of opportunities.
It's awesome. And food wise, Montreal's world class. Like it's insane.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There was one thing, and we talked about this on a previous episode before, but the one food thing that I'm really disappointed with, and I have not found a good one yet, is pizza, because I'm a bit of a pizza snob.
In Montreal?
Yeah. I've not found a good
New
one.
York pizza, that's a tough one.
Well, okay, so
every pizza I've had in Quebec
is garbage.
It has cheese on top of the meat, which makes no sense. Meat always goes on top of the cheese. Always.
I can easily solve that problem. I know quite a few places that do that.
Knowledge, really? People, knowledge.
Yeah, Center Pizza.
Where's that?
Giant on Center.
Okay.
Simple answer. Simple question.
That's not too far.
They got giant pepperonis.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Well, it's not.
see, the other thing is Quebec pepperoni is weird too.
Oh, really?
It's like I'm used to like a spicy Italian pepperoni, whereas these are like
guys.
It's true.
Large.
It's more of a salami than it is.
Yeah, it's closer to a salami than a pepperoni.
It's true. Guillaume's got a case of the giggles.
You're right, Guillaume.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Those pepperonis. Though.
I just came back, and then but y'all's got weird pepperonis. I'm like, yo, what now? Oh wow, tears, people, tears. Oh man, yeah. I gotta go to the States and experience those proper pepperonis.
New York pizzas, man. New York pizzas.
Well,
here's
you gotta show me the way. Okay, legit.
Actually,
sorry to interrupt you. I've never been to like New York.
Yeah,
and I want to go, and I want someone that knows.
State or city?
I've never dude. I don't
New York,
travel
period.
much. I'm like a
You ever been to the
homegrown,
States?
like Montreal, like rooted, just been there.
You've never been to the States at all?
I've been to the States twice for camping.
Okay.
So you gotta bring me places.
Yeah,
you know what's up.
Yeah.
Like we gotta go together. Like legit. I'm sorry. I'm like the little Canadian.
You ever
friend
go to
here is
Placid?
just like,
Lake Placid? No.
yeah, that's where
Not
actually.
really.
I think that's where I went when I was a kid.
Yeah,
It was like Saranac Lake.
That's not Lake Placid.
Sorry. See, my knowledge for United States is very limited.
No, the States is absolutely a beautiful country. Both Canada and the States are very similar. Obviously, slightly different cultures. There's both smelting pots.
Have you been to Toronto before?
Yeah, a couple times, but no, it's
Like
just
Toronto, or just like I went through Toronto once.
Yeah, I drove to Toronto for a football tournament.
Okay.
I went there, and it was basically just like business. Like it was go there, do your stuff, come back. It wasn't like, oh, I like to see this place and this place. I don't travel much. To be honest with you, like I got like pretty much everything set up here in Montreal. Like I got a cabin up north, which is like pretty sick. It's like it feels. I'm really content when I'm a really easy person to like be content. I'm easily content with like stuff that I have.
Yeah.
Like I want to travel and I want to do these things. That's why I'm asking like Vinny to take me to New York. And I want like you to show me Costa Rica, and I just want to travel and experience the world. But like I'm very content with like I could be happy with like nothing. Give me a glass of water and I'd be like amazed for an hour.
Yeah.
You know?
And he has a motorcycle.
The reason I asked about Toronto is because I found that I miss New York City a lot.
Mm-hmm.
New York City is super fun. I love the feel of the city a lot, but
There's so much going on.
Montreal does not have it. Like
No?
like you can't. There's no like section of Montreal that I found so far that mimics any sort of New York.
Because like I live in Montreal, so I know what Montreal is.
The
And
whole
Montreal is
island
jaded
of Montreal
to me.
mimics one street of New York.
Really?
Downtown.
Really?
Well, so I
Is
look
it that crazy down there?
Their blocks are a million miles long. So
recently. I looked at population density,
Mhm.
and let me make sure I get this right. So in all of Canada, there's like 36 million, about 36 million.
Why don't we Google it?
The U.S. is 330 something million.
Quite the difference,
New
okay.
York State
Mhm.
is about 19 million.
Okay.
New York City.
New York City is 8.5. Quebec is 8.3.
So
There's-
in the whole region of Quebec, there's as much people as in one city.
There's more people that live in New York City than the entire province of Quebec.
And Manhattan compared to Quebec in size.
It's way smaller.
It's called personal
Way
space,
smaller.
people.
So
Personal
including
space.
Manhattan, Brooklyn, you got like a
There-
giant squeeze of
New York has
people
5
who are.
boroughs. You got Staten Island, Manhattan,
Mhm.
Brooklyn, Bronx,
Yeah.
Queens.
Okay.
But specifically, like Manhattan, I mean, Brooklyn is huge. Queens is pretty big.
Mhm.
Manhattan, like the island itself, is really small, but the density is insane.
Okay.
But the reason I say that about Toronto is just because
reminds
Toronto
you.
gave me like when I went there for the first time in February, and it definitely gave me more of a New York feel than Montreal.
The
does.
nostalgia of Montreal.
Yeah, and everyone there speaks English, which is
Yeah,
cool.
that's gotta be. Yeah, obviously. But like, okay, so in terms of like comparison,
Yeah.
New York to Montreal. Let's say St. Catherine Street. This is basically St. Catherine Street is everywhere in New York. Like we're talking, I can't walk in front of me because like there's like a million of people, and I just have to like, as my Canadian way, say sorry every time I bump into one, which
Yeah.
is like every 5 seconds.
St. Catherine's probably like the Lower East Side of Manhattan, which is where all like the clubs and bars, like a lot of clubs and bars are.
Okay,
like
so-
Lower East Side,
Okay, so a bit more like cringy, I guess.
smaller buildings
Mhm.
for sure. Like Midtown has more like the skyscrapers and stuff like that, but like Lower East Side is similar to St. Catherine, which,
Okay, so-
which is like 2-3 stories tops, right?
Okay.
Pretty
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So is it more like? I'm guessing New York is a bit more like business oriented, and Montreal is a bit more like party oriented. Would that be like a good reference?
You could probably say that.
Yeah. Like Montreal, because I know Montreal has a reputation for just going gun ho with like all the diversity and just like
Yeah.
party and just like clubbing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I do any of the like I. Wow! Thank you for the vote of confidence, guys. Like I mean, like I know it's renowned for that. It's just like out there. It's way out there.
Well, in the States, especially like the Northeast,
Mhm.
anywhere within 6 hours, which is where I grew up. So like Montreal has a reputation for young guys. That's where they go. 18 to 21. Well, yeah, but
well, we're like
18 to 21. Anybody from like New York, Boston, those areas, Montreal is right there. You can go drink.
yeah. I guess
3 years
you're
or,
right because
you know?
oh yeah, that's something that I did forget is the age drinking difference.
It's like a rite of passage almost.
20
like,
or
to come to
18, yeah.
Montreal when you're 18. That's
yeah,
it.
drinks of girls. Yeah, which is kind of sad apparently.
it's a little.
Like it's
But,
like
I mean,
yeah, like we're the party town. Yeah.
Montreal is renowned in Canada for being known for two things: drinking early and beautiful women.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That I knew.
the French. Yeah.
Le French.
Guilty. I married a French girl.
Me too.
Matt too.
Wait. All right. So, do I have to marry an English
both-
woman to
yes,
be
yeah, you do.
to be
Yeah.
part of the club?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Because I'm the French guy.
Sorry, bro.
All right, I'll try to work on it. I'll try to work on it. I can't guarantee anything. Actually, you know what? The weird part is I like better English girls than French one.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just like it's a cultural difference.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
it's interesting.
yeah, it's like oh,
Cultures are slightly extreme in opposite ways, so we balance each other.
ooh, the socks toss.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, get
Dude,
comfortable,
it's-
baby. Come on.
Dude, bare feet all day.
Oh yes, I wish. I wish. But no, yeah, you're right. Actually, and it's
That's
even
fine. That
even
one's fine.
Wow. Even within the same country, like Quebec, because there's English people in Quebec, and there's English native people and French native people in Quebec. And even that slight cultural differences makes huge, like, it's like there's huge gap in culture, which is kind of impressive. And it's like that little bit of like, ooh, I don't know what it is, and that like I want to know. That makes it more interesting. Like I've French Canadian, been there, done that. Like I know what it is. Like it's my culture. Like I know what it is.
Yeah,
like I know it through and through. So it's just like meh, you know.
There's no mystery.
Yeah, exactly. You know, right? It's all about that like that mystery box. Have you heard that story?
No.
Oh, the mystery box. So back then, I don't know the story once again like by heart, but like don't die there. What the heck's going on? At least you didn't sneeze in the mic. Thank you for that. Shout out. Yeah. Anyway, so it's the mystery box. Like, back then there's a mystery box you could buy. There was a big like question mark on it, and it was $35, and you didn't know what was in the mystery box, but like people were dying to get it because you don't know what's inside. You could have got like anything crazy or just something super simple, and that's what made it so appealing is that you don't know what you're getting.
Okay.
The mystery made it so interesting.
Yeah.
It was only $35, so you know you weren't getting something crazy.
Right.
And what was in the box was actually pretty ridiculous. It was like a couple like magician trick, but like middle of the run, like nothing too fancy. And
the draw is it could be something worth more than $35.
Bingo.
But you don't know. It could
you
be worth
never
10.
know that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that on the internet. Like I was checking some online store. Is literally says buy the mystery box. You pay $10, and then they show you the amount of stuff that you can get, like some $150 item or like some $2 item.
Yeah, exactly.
And most of the time, you will get like a $2 item. But that one chance that you get like a $250 item is way up there. And you're just like, you're so excited by it that like you will buy that $15, but it's clearly a $15 that you throw in the trash.
Right,
Same thing with like the French and English, right? You get interested, like, oh, I don't know what it is, the mystery.
You throw the French in the trash?
It's a gamble.
Oh, tuile. Matafera.
I'm back, people.
Yeah, he's back. He left, but now he's back. He
You're
actually,
ain't we?
like a pure gentleman, refilled Vinny and his own drinks, but not mine
Trying.
because I already had the refill because I'm a quick drinker. You know.
T'es bon, ain't we?
Vive le française!
I've learned a couple. I've learned a couple things. Couple.
Kitty's going around. This little guy.
He's the worst.
The cutest thing.
This guy.
Yeah.
Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the difference of cultures makes it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It does. And even in the food, like, yes, once again, English and French, same province, Quebec. But in the food makes a big difference. It's actually very surprising.
One thing that continually frustrates me about Quebec. There's no good chicken wings.
Okay.
I come from Ontario. They have wild
this
wings.
It's gonna be a meme at this point. Like they spent like a whole episode talking about chicken wings already.
Really?
Okay.
People were making jokes.
I'm gonna do my bit. They've only got maybe one or two chicken wing places that I know have maybe 10
Okay,
flavors.
you got to take me
You
there.
come from Ontario, they have hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay,
of
like the
flavors,
combination
and
and the flavors and
like they're the super steroid chicken wings that are super unhealthy, just giant.
I love how chicken
destroy
wings
your kidneys
I love
or
how
liver or whatever that part of you digest.
Oh wow. At this
and
point,
it's
who
amazing,
cares?
but they don't have that in Quebec. So
Interesting.
there's my 2-second rant.
We had a place called Buffalo Wild Wings, which is
Yeah.
like cheap. It's cheap wings, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like
Rubbish here. They do have it, but they don't.
yeah. But it was like in the States, it was like they had like 50 different sauces.
Do you like to have a drunk
dry
cat?
rubs you could do. Huh?
Do you like to have a drunk cat? Kitty's on the booze table licking his
He
stuff.
was
Licking his
literally drinking out of my drink the other night. I
Oh,
caught
It's
him.
your
Let's go.
love
I was
child.
like, "Are you kidding me, dude?"
He is, yeah, exactly. That is a good cat.
Well, at least we know he likes vodka sodas.
Yeah, there you go.
Who doesn't?
But
He will. He's gonna tag your hand. He's gonna do it.
oh, here he comes. Come on.
Can I put a 2-second plug?
Yeah, do it.
Oh no! Come on,
Let's
man.
hear about Blue Peaks.
Shameless plug. Shameless people.
Shameless.
He's just out there like whipping it out and saying his own plug. Just
Let you
bam.
know.
Give us the Instagram name too.
Getting likes as we speak.
Oh my word! Come on.
Blue Peaks. We do home renovations in the Montreal area.
Mm-hmm.
Good time.
I worked for him for a couple times. It was actually pretty good. The work environment is amazing. The work is great. I like how he started the plug and I'm finishing it. Seriously, anything, but like mainly paint. His paint work is off the chart. I actually recently moved. I asked him to paint because I knew he was going to do a good job.
And I'm like, not going to happen.
But yeah, obviously, because like as because
I have trained you well.
basically, yeah, and and no, I recognize his work, and I'm actually usually a pretty.
Guillaume's in construction as well, people.
I work in ventilation. I install the ductwork. I do old people houses, and I install all the ventilation in there. And I recognize a good painter when I see it. Yeah, it works out great.
Vinny knows what that's about.
You can find him on Instagram as well at BLUE_PEAKS_. That's at Blue Peaks.
Yeah, that's about it.
Doesn't get much more professional than that.
No, it
right
does not.
That
Does
little,
not.
Little shameless plug.
You know what?
I'll do an intro read too. I'll include it too.
Like at some point, you're gonna have sponsors. You're gonna have to read like a big list of just
I'll sponsor
like
you, Vinny.
You know what? That's pretty cool. That would be pretty awesome.
Buy me another decent mic.
I'll buy you a mic for a constant plug.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
I'll plug you 5 episodes.
We'll talk business after.
The business.
This episode brought to you by Blue Peaks.
Yep.
The peak of excellence.
The peak of excellence.
But yeah.
Yeah, usually, I mean, that's kind of the thing too. Like anytime somebody comes on the podcast, like they have something they want to plug, or the idea is you come on the podcast, you give me some content, and you get to plug your business, your events, whatever you're doing.
So, like me, what do you do if you don't have any content or
then you don't get to plug anything.
Damn it!
Unless you're doing
you get to plug time in this podcast.
Or can I plug myself?
I have
Guillaume.
I've got an idea.
More awkward than you think it sounds.
Oh, you went there, son. You went there.
You said it.
Let's find an open mic comedy night, and you're gonna sign up for it, and we're gonna plug your event right now.
Oh gosh, really?
We
you guys want
some live jams?
I like what kind of comedy do you want me to do? Just like run around naked? Just like that's gonna be hilarious, but
That would be funny.
That'd be hilarious, but I have a little bit of
Speaking of
self-respect.
Instead of shirtless like Bert Kreischer, the Machine, you could be pantsless. Where you could wear like a mesh tank top and no pants.
I like where this is going.
Guillaume the almost machine.
Because I am 5'4" people, so I'm relatively short. So Guillaume, the half machine.
He squats like a boss. And has a motorcycle.
This has gone way too far. This has gone way beyond my pay.
You said at the beginning.
You said
that's your plug. That is my plug. You're so right. You're so right. It's almost like the machine. Like this machine thing, this motorcycle thing has gone way too far.
I just wanted to get through first semester.
Basically.
Second junior year.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it. Second junior year, and like I'm done. I don't even know how to ride a bike.
Did you guys grow up learning how to cook?
I did. I cooked a lot of well, I mean,
that was
it's
an abrupt
easy.
change of
Like,
subject.
who can't cook eggs, right? Who messes up eggs, right? But
Well,
I when I was a kid, I started with eggs and I perfected them. I've
perfected them.
I've had other people's eggs, and I'm not a fan.
Really? Okay, so
sometimes
tell us more. That's why you said kegs and eggs, or eggs and kegs. Sorry,
I've made so many eggs over the years. I don't even know.
Have you made eggs over the years?
So many eggs over the years.
Have you made kegs over the years?
I bought a couple, but I've never made one.
Nice.
Actually, that's something that would be amazing to
Brew
have
your own beer?
full keg installation at home.
Actually, Nat Odette?
Yeah.
He made his own beer, brewed his own beer. He's got his own keg.
That. His setup was fantastic.
How awesome was
Genius.
his setup? This guy is like awesome.
Yeah.
But like he works
Smart dude though.
mechanical engineering he works in what does he work in?
He works on windmills.
Oh yeah, he works. So basically, this guy fixes.
But I believe he's a
heavy machineries.
No, I think he's a mechanical engineer by trade.
He's not. No, he's not an engineer. He fixes the stuff. Engineer designs it, and he fixes it. He makes it happen.
He's a happener.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it happen. And this guy legit built his own, like, how do you say?
A full keg system. He had like taps and kegs.
Exactly.
He had 4 different types. He was making his own beer.
CO2,
he had
whole
like
everything.
Hundreds and hundreds of bottles of beer that he had made over the years.
This kid is just like this kid, which is married now. Man, this guy is just amazing. He's just like he's off the he no, girls, stop. Don't. Amazing, seriously. Really cool guy. Shout out to Natodet.
That's what I want to do too. Like I know a guy.
We miss you, Nat.
I know a guy up here.
We do.
Boxcar races.
He does like well, it's not like I mean, he brews at home. He's a home brewer. So that's
He brews?
Yeah, he
drops mic.
Walks away.
This is not one of those discussions.
I'm over it. So over it.
I'm done. At the beginning of the night, this joke would not have been funny. And now it is hilarious.
You're welcome, people.
Yeah. Walk away.
Gotta be in the right frame of mind for that.
Basically.
There's been enough giggle. This is what I like about this show is just like I love to giggle. I like giggling.
He's a giggler.
And we've been giggling all night.
He likes the giggles.
And by all night, I mean,
I love to giggle, people.
dude, nobody doesn't like to giggle.
No,
This is
who
true.
doesn't like it? First, it gives you abs. FTW.
I'm on a strict diet and a regimen of giggling.
Exactly. Right?
Low
I keep
carbs
comedy
and,
running in the
low
background.
carb and giggling.
Exactly. It's better than any kind of run you can do. Any kind of workout. You just have the giggles, bro.
That core strength.
That core.
That core strength.
Like,
How do you explain a fat comedian? He's terrible.
Well, that's obviously not the case.
Exactly. Yeah, obviously. Actually, I was supposed to work out today, and you know what? I'm going to skip that. I'm going to do the podcast.
Done.
Rock hard habs.
That's it.
The next day.
You know?
You know.
He's got the burn going, people.
The fire. I got the flame.
This weekend is Taste of Caribbean down in Old Port.
Oh, yeah.
We got
that's
a buddy
pretty cool.
down there.
Matt's going down there later tonight, actually,
Yeah.
and I might just join him on my
I think
bike.
I think I'm
Heading
gonna
in
go.
the hour.
Yeah. I
Head
think,
in the-
I think
yeah,
I'm gonna go too.
Sweet. I'm going to take a mad nap after this, because, you know,
You guys have already heard
Tired.
Sherwin.
Yeah.
He's been on the show before. He's
once again, another
fantastic cook
shameless
in
plug.
Montreal.
Eberton bun up.
Eva 10
That's-
Bun Up, previous owner, $1.15.
Yeah.
Contributed much to the Montreal Caribbean scene, has done a lot of work. Absolutely, hands down, best jerk chicken. We actually,
He's amazing, this guy.
as a caterer, we hired him for our wedding.
Yep.
Absolutely did fantastic work. We had the jerk chicken. We had
That thing was
some Angus burgers.
That thing was legit.
Yeah, butterfly shrimp. We had
Oh.
pineapple on the grill. He knows
And
the people. He knows how to cook.
Yeah, and by the way, that venue too. Like he had his own little spot outside, and it wasn't raining. It was a gorgeous day outside with like cement surrounded by vineyards, just like cooking outside. It was
Yeah.
like that spot. Like that was a great wedding.
The life.
Barbecue weddings.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I've patented.
yeah. That was sick. That was a sick night. Mm-hmm.
I love Sherman's food, man. He's
Sherman's-
amazing.
it's just- it's the best.
Go get some jerk chicken for dinner.
Actually,
tonight?
he gave me that very night. He gave me a bottle of sauce, like in order for me to cook my chicken.
He was saucy.
Man, I used that thing so much. Like within the first 3 months, it was 3/4 gone. Like a month, it was 3/4 gone because when you just cook with that sauce, it was just like insane. It was instant flashback to that wedding. That was amazing chicken. A spicy sauce. I think he sells it, doesn't he?
The sauce.
Yeah, I think he does.
Man, he's getting another free plug.
This
This
guy.
is crazy, man.
I think it's I mean, we're talking about
Leave it to Eva 10 Bun Up.
we're talking about food here. We're
Yeah,
talking about food.
and a good friend. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I mean,
He deserves
by the time
it.
this
He's a
episode comes
chill
out, the event's gonna be over. Obviously, it's not coming out between today and tomorrow.
Unfortunately.
I have to say, it reminds me the way that he cooks his stuff. He smokes it for a long time. It's on the barbecue for hours. It reminds me of the single-handed best steak I've ever had in my life. It was a glorious piece of art. He smoked it for 8 hours. He had marinated it in a huckleberry reduction for 3 days.
Dang.
Smoked it for 8 hours. People, it was just scrumptious. It was amazing.
.com.
I'm getting real hungry right now.
Yeah.
I think it's almost time to go down there.
There's some good steaks in Montreal.
Yeah.
Absolutely check it out.
Montreal,
we did Grinder recently. That was beautifully done.
I had a steak from Grinder.
I didn't go there yet.
A few weeks ago.
Not cheap, but worth a coin.
It was like
about $150 a steak.
It was either
Dang, that sounds pretty good.
It's either 31 or 34 days aged. I don't remember.
40.
It's 30 something. No, it's 30 something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So he got
I'm guessing it must be. Sorry,
talking about Daryl Hicks.
Oh,
He got a 15-day aged and like a 31, I think it was, something like that. But like between the two of them, but the 30 plus day was amazing. It's one of the best steaks I've had.
What did you get?
Well, I don't know.
What cut do you know? Like, what's your go-to cut? I feel like you're a ribeye guy.
Yeah. I like a good ribeye. My go-to with making steaks at home here is I like to get like a medium range cut, like not like anything really expensive, but like a.
You're not going for filet mignon every time.
Like a decent.
Are you going for New York, or are you getting a?
I feel like with a really high end piece, I don't want anything with it. I want just the meat and the seasonings. That's it. I don't want anything else. But with a mid range, I feel more comfortable to have some fun. And what I like to do is like a garlic gorgonzola butter sauce.
Beautiful.
Over top of it.
So you play around with
mid range
steak.
Oh yeah, that's like, oh my gosh, I love really funky cheeses. So it's like.
But I find that one of the hands down best ways to cook a steak is just following Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is absolutely a genius chef. You throw in some butter.
Shout out to Gordon Ramsay, everyone.
If you're listening.
I like to sear my steaks in the cast iron pan and throw the whole pan right in the oven.
Let them go for. Oh, really?
The oven, you bake interesting.
So you sear it real quick.
Yeah.
Throw it in the oven.
How long do you let it go?
Really?
Not that long. It's like a few minutes.
So like
I like very pretty rare.
Very rare, like almost blue, or just like or very rare.
It's like a mooing a little bit still. You know, like faintly.
As my dad would say, it goes.
Yeah, exactly. It's still beating just a bit.
Yeah. Just like that very faint beat. Yeah. That's good. I actually.
When you have to wipe your chin twice, you know it's a juicy steak.
Ooh, yes.
Guys, I'm getting hungry.
I'm starving. Let's go for steaks.
We should go down to Old Port and get some jerk chicken right now, I think. And
I'm on my way.
You know what?
Corn on the cob.
You're welcome to follow.
Yes. Let's all go there right now.
3, 2, 1.
Totes.
Mic drop.
I don't know if that was cool or like super lame.
Like everybody's got like destroyed eardrums right now.
How to finish a podcast.
Yeah. And then the only time
Rogan,
is right
take notes.
Well, we've done at this point about an hour 20, hour and 21. So
not bad.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. This was really fun.
Yeah, it flew by, man. It was legit. Seriously, it was awesome. It's pretty cool. Thanks for having me.
By the 18th gin and tonic, it was pretty fun.
I don't know what we're talking about.
All right, guys. This has been Kegs and Eggs. We're here with Guillaume and Matt.
Signing out.
Peace out, peeps. Bye.